Once you've gotten to that point where you've earned each other's trust, the worst thing that can happen is to have somebody new come in. And that's what they try to keep from happening. So let's talk now about those barriers. Let's finish up this chapter by talking about the barriers to keep people out. Number one, again, patents. One way to keep them out is with legal protection. A second is distribution control. Control the distribution of a product. We talked about that idea of vertical integration a short time ago. Under monopoly, we talked about the fact that a manufacturer could buy a raw material supply. It can also work in that they buy a distribution network. Two classic examples here. Number one is that Pepsi had to purchase KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. The reason they purchased those three restaurants was to get their product to the customer. The idea being that there was no restaurants that were serving Pepsi, so they had to actually go and purchase three to do it. Another example of this you'll see with Frito-Lay. If you walk into a chips aisle, almost the entire shelf at eye level will be owned by Frito-Lay. They take the premium space in a grocery store and purchase it. They will have the middle of the shelves, they will have the eye level. They take the premium part and they pay a premium. They take the best spot in the store and pay a premium to make sure their product's there and no one else's. Third is mergers and acquisitions. These are very different. People often confuse these. In a merger, we have company A and we have company B. They come together and form company C. That's this idea of a merger. An acquisition, we have company A, we have company B. They come together and they're still company A. An acquisition means one purchased the other. A merger means they come together to form another company. And you see that a lot in oligopoly markets, with the little guys trying to get in. Third is government regulation. Sometimes you just can't get into a market. There are regulations out there on airlines and the like that make sure people just can't break in. You don't want just anybody in certain markets. You need to make sure that there's only so many and that they are under control. The level of non-price competition that's out there. What they're talking about here is the expense of starting it up. I could easily enter the athletic shoe market by making a shoe. But in order to get anybody to buy it, this level of non-price competition is huge. The advertising expenditures to make mine a shoe of choice is unbelievable. So the level of non-price competition above what it is just to start in the business can make it very difficult. Sixth is training. If I've got you trained to use my product, why would you learn somebody else's? This has been the Microsoft secret. All of you have been trained to use Windows and to use Microsoft Office. While there are competitors out there, why would you want to learn their system when it basically does the same things? That's a barrier. And seventh is network. Network economies. Network economies refers to the fact that you need to take whole groups of people. You can't just get one person to switch. Examples of this, the original example is MCI in the telephone business with friends and family. You can get a discount only if you get this whole group of people to switch. But you can look at it now. When you go to, when you do chat, your personal chat with people, which medium do you use? Do you use Yahoo? Do you use MySpace? Do you use MSN, America Online? Typically, you use the one that has most of your friends on it. So we can't just get you to switch. We've got to go after an entire group of people. That is much more difficult than attracting one customer. So that is a significant barrier. This is the end of chapter 25. Your test is on 23, 24, and 25. Pay particular attention to those characteristics that we've talked about. Know where they're similar, know where they're different, know how to identify each. That is a huge part of this next assignment. Beyond knowing the basics of why they do these things, those characteristics are the key to success. Thank you very much.